Chitab Kalenjin ni koboroindo neitun tetutiet nebo longetab Kabotik kobun ketesiet nebo KASS TV. En studio miten kanendet Victor Korir ketounen logoiwekab emet ole kakokon kurset minister nebo ribetab kalyet en emet orit Kipchumba Murkomen en biik tugul chebo emetab Kenya koityi kamanut kebeberta nemagat koyai ichek en ribetab kalyetab emet amat kometochi ministry nenyinet boisionotok tugul. Ng'ololien county nebo Laikipia kasarta ne kaindochi tuyet nebo jukwaa la usalama koma Murkomen kole magat koren kebeberta nebo kapkirwok kobois kibagenge ak mornok alak chebo serikali asikekirinda yautik chebo ng'emetab kalyet. Kong'ong Murkomen kora kole makoi koyan serikali kobit kibagengeisiek mising ko chebo biik chotok kikobois en tai ko afisaekab polis anan ko asikarikab luget kosubkei ak newendi kondoi ole ng'oi kalyet nebo emet.
Polisi wetu walio kazini na wale wameondoka wako na jukumu ya kuhakikisha kwamba wanasimama kwa sheria na wanahakikisha kwamba wasijiingize kwa maneno ambayo yanaweza kuonekana kwamba ni ya kupindua katiba yetu na kufanya mambo ya kuendeleza chuki na vita katika taifa letu. Na nimesema kwamba jukumu hilo haijalishi kama wewe umechakuliwa mbunge, umechakuliwa baadaye ukue seneta ama hata governor ama position yoyote. Jukumu hilo inaendelea kwa maisha yako yote. Kama wewe umewahi kuwa kwa disciplined forces, katika dunia nzima you are expected, inaaminika kwamba utafuata maagizo ya yale ambayo ulifunzwa wakati ulikuwa katika polisi ama katika army, kuhakikisha kwamba unafuata sheria. Na wewe jukumu lako ni kubwa, ni la juu kuliko ya mwananchi wa kawaida. Na kwa hivyo tutaendelea tukisikia chochote ambayo inahusikana na mtu yoyote amewahi kufunzwa mambo ya bunduki, mambo ya silaha mbalimbali, tunachukulia hatua zaidi kuliko hata mwananchi wa kawaida, kwa sababu tunajua kwamba anaelewa nini inaendelea katika idara ya polisi, idara ya army, na tunajua kwamba anaweza kutumia nafasi na ile information ako nayo kuharibu taifa. Na kwa hivyo tunawaomba wale wote ambao washaondoka kutoka kazini na wale pia wako kazini wajue kwamba jukumu ni kubwa, na tutachukua hatua ya kisheria kuhakikisha kwamba tunalinda taifa letu. Wale hao aswa ambao tumewaona katika mitandao juzi, unaona kwamba walipokuwa katika ofisi juzi walikuwa wanasema mambo mengi katika mtandao, kumaanisha nia yao ilikuwa ni kwa kufanya mambo kwa njia fulani. Na tunaamini kwamba DCI katika ile investigation atatuambia sio tu kwa nini wanafanya chenye wanafanya, lakini wale pia wanawafadhili na wale wanaungana na wao lazima pia wakuwe investigated, ndio tujue wazi kwamba nia yao ni nini na mpango yao katika taifa letu ni nini, kwa sababu lazima tuilinde taifa.
Agendoi alak kokobit kurset en serikali kobun ministry nebo kabatisiet kong'at kibagengeitab NCPB koboto chemung'arainik alak chemiten en sekta nebo bandek kotoi kowal bandek anan rurutik chebo bandek en guniok chebo kiloisiek 50 ama kiloisiek 90 kou en nguni kosubkei anan sikoityin ng'atutiet nebo Crops Act. Kong'ololen bunge nebo Senate komwa seneta nebo Nandi Samson Cherargei kole kokwoutienotok kowendi kotoreti kabatik chebo bandek konyor melekwek chemiten barak kou che kikotoi konyor kabatik cheoldo rurutik alak cheboto viasik. Nyoru ng'alalet nebo seneta Cherargei.
Mr. Speaker, the request for statement on the packaging of maize purchased by the National Cereals and Produce Board, NCPB. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries on a matter of national concerns regarding the packaging of maize for purchase by National Cereals and Produce Board. Mr. Speaker, sir, the National Cereals and Produce Board, NCPB, purchases maize from farmers packaged in 90 kilos per bag, with pricing set per bag. However, this practice is contrary to provisions of Section 36 3 of the Crops Regulation number 217 of 2019, which states that the maximum weight for the packaging of each single unit of a food crop shall be 50 kilograms. These regulations are subsidiary to the Crops Act, Cap 318 laws of Kenya, and apply to all food crops listed in the same schedule, which includes maize. In contrast, other food crops listed in the same schedule, such as beans, pigeon peas, and cowpeas, are packaged in 50 kilograms bags for purchase by NCPB. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, the rationale behind NCPB's continued purchase of maize in 90 kilograms bags, despite the regulation limiting packaging weight to 50 kilos, and whether there are specific challenges or considerations in informing this practice. Mr. Speaker, number 2, the reason for the disparity in packaging sizes between maize and other crops, and whether there are plans to revise the packaging standards for maize to align with the regulations. If such plans exist, what are the timelines for their implementation? So, Speaker, number 3, the impact of the current maize packaging practices on farmers' incomes and the overall sustainability of their farming operations, and how these challenges are being addressed. Mr. Speaker, finally, the steps National Cereals and Produce Board is taking to comply with Section 36(3) of the Crops Food Regulations 2019, as per the Crops Act, Cap 318 of the laws of Kenya, and the long-term strategy for resolving challenges relating to maize packaging and ensuring full compliance with agricultural regulations.
Ingetokchinge county nebo Bomet ole kakobar kaimetabgei kibagengeitab konetik nebo Kupet kosubkei ak kakwautiet nekoib kibagengeit nesire konetik en boisiet nebo Teacher Service Commission kotilen konetik rabinik ama en amune netogunot. Kamwa sirindet neo noto nebo Kupet en mornetab Bomet Paul Kimito kole nyolu en TSC koaror kit nebo rabisiek chekokitilen konetik kole kamwa kole manyorunen kelchin konetik rabinik chekokitesyi konekit. Kinyoru report nebo Festus Rono.
Kamwa sirindet neo nebo Kupet mornetab Bomet Paul Kimito kole miten rabisiek chekokitilen konetik kibagengeit nebo TSC ak kosubkei ak konetik komakinaisi ichek amune asiketilen rabisiek choton, kit nekamwa kole komakonyolu kakwautyonoton.
En iman ko en amut kokobirech kipkul kabisa kongekas kora en kang'ung'unyet nebo konetik chekonerektos kole kokitilen rabisiek. Ko en iman kokonakas kit neunon ko ayomine amach anai komie ole rabisiek chekokitilen mwalimu ko chekoyobu ano ako ng'o nekimwa kole ketilen. Ko en iman ko konetik tugul korirtos ako maboiboenchi tilet nebo rabisiek chekokitil ak kesir kele Kupet Swal chemakingen kele ng'o nekimwoe kole ketilen mwalimu rabisiek. Kit nekokikonye eche ko kikonetik ko amun en wikisiek oeng chekokosirto ko kikisoineni anan kikindoi sein koonchinet nebo 2025-2029 cumulative bargaining agreement nekokanyor mwalimu kiy kidogo ketesyi salary mwalimu. Ko kiboiboi ko kikonetik kelelen rabisiechu kowendi kotoreti mwalimu en boisionik mbalimbali amun uchumi kokwo barak. Lakini kit nekorusech ko kites serikali rabisiek kotesyi mwalimu akonyokoib chechang.
Kamwa Kimito kole nyolu NTSC kowekyi konetik rabisiekwak en chokchinet ole kamwa kole bendi kapkirwok angot komaisuldae notok.
So amache asom Teacher Service Commission kotonosi ng'alechon matatakotil rabisiek chebo mwalimu akowekyi mwalimu rabisiek tugul chekokitilen konetik chekoketilen rabisiek amache kewekyi akindechi accounts koboch inguni. Amun kotko makiwekyi mwalimu rabisiekyik kebendi maandamano anan nemono kebendi kotini asikilasumisan Teacher Service Commission komwa kole bo ng'o rabisiechu. Koba ne rabisiechu kootil? Kootile kokalia. Kiong'alal ak ng'o? Kiong'alal ak mwalimu gani ketil rabisiek ako kokikonye rabisiek chekokitese. Amune sikong'et serikali kotesyi mwalimu rabisiek nekit 1,000 akonyo konyokotil 2,000 Hiyo ni ujanja. Naona kama moranatet nemoe ketar.
En kasaraton komwa ine kole bune kaimutik konetik kocheng'e konyoiset mising ko en sipitalit nebo HEC Tenwek kosubkei ak kaimutik chetinye ak kampunitab insurance nebo Mikel ole kasom kobit walutiet asikonyor toretet nebo konyoiset konetik.
Kikeibe mwalimu medical allowances. Makotinye mwalimu rabisiek chebo konyoiset. Kemoche management nebo Tenwek kotonon akonya mwalimu olaonote rabisiek cheyoche Mikel. Makimoche kobek konetik chebo Bomet. Ako ngeng'olole ko sipitalit agenge. Sipitalisiek 913 chenyoe konetik Minet. Ko Tenwek inegen nemoboisie. Ko kikemwochi Tenwek ko kikeborchigei ng'alekab Tenwek. Ako kikeborchi kingomwoe kolelen kimoe rabisiek fulani. Kikole 30 million. Kewonate bokikoi rabisiek chekikere kele kikamwa. Ko nguni kemoche kemwoin Tenwek kelenchin kimoche services onya mwalimu.
Kora kosom ine sigik koik chechigilotin kasari miten kipsomaninik en kamung'et mising ko en boisietab rabisiekab sukul anan school fees. Kong'eten county nebo Bomet logoiwekab emet chebo KASS, kainenyun ko Festus Rono.
Aketokchinigei county nebo Nakuru ole koiboiboichi rani betut nebo ribikab mbugosiek anan World Rangers Day en komosta nebo Dondori nemiten komosta Bahati en county nebo Nakuru ole koiboisien igorotok kibwat ofisaekab Kenya Forest Service chekiibet sobonwekwak kotestai ak boisiet. Koindochi igorotok nebo ng'echeret en board nebo Kenya Forest Service Titus Korir komiten commandant nebo KFS Mohamed ole kosom biik chemeng'isien ole nekit ak timwek korib timwek chotok. Kinyoru report nebo Dennis Kipchirchir.
En kasarta nekakiboibochi betutab World Rangers Day en emet komugul ko en county nebo Nakuru ko kakiboibochi igorot en Bahati ole kakiboisie kasaratak kebwat ribikab timwek cheite 16 chekiibet sobonwekwak kotestai ak boisiet.
Our rangers also do a good job in protecting our environment. And it's not only this country, but worldwide. And we want to appreciate their sacrifice in performing those responsibilities.
Kaindochi igorotok nebo ng'echeret en Board of Kenya Forest Service Titus Korir ak Kenya Forest Service Commandant Mohamed ole kamwa kole kikonde tetutik chebo koker kole makibaorionjin ng'osetabgei en kwenutab biik chemeng'isie en kole nekit ak osnet ak ribikab timwek.
Enhance our stakeholder engagement, our collaborations, so as we minimize conflict between us and the community living within that environment or that forest area. Also, we're training our rangers on human rights-based approach, where they respect the right and privilege of the communities. Communities depend on their livelihood, forests for life, for their livelihood, for their water, for their firewood, for their resources, for grazing, for pellets. So they are part of us.
Near 16 of them katika hili jambo wakati wanatunza msitu. Na pia hapo tumeona kuna wengine 45 ambao wamepata injury kidogo wakati wanalinda msitu. So as we commemorate this day, World Rangers Day, we are joining them for the good work they are doing.
Kong'eteke county nebo Nakuru logoiwekab emet chebo KASS, kainenyu ko Dennis Kipchirchir.
Agele alak komanyolu kotestai letetab logoiwek chebo lembech kotinygei ak lumdaetab ng'otwet en timdab Kaptagat nemoche kosuldaen serikali en betusiek chemiten tai. Kamwa National Coordinator nebo Community Forest Associations Jocelyn Ndambu kole makikerto meng'ik chebo Kaptagat anan keeten kosuldaen tetutikwak chebo atkai tugul kobaten tokchingei tetutinotok kekirinda yautik chebo ng'emetab osnosiek. Kinyoru report nekochobech Andrew Kimeto.
Kotinygei ak kakwautiet nemache serikali koker anan kondena ng'otwet timdab Kaptagat Forest en county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet ko kakekoito kurset koityi meng'ikab komosato koistoegei logoiwek chechang chetesetai koletogei chebo lembech chemwaat kele makiyonjini icheket kochut timwek choto ngeker. Nito ko kaimongei eng rutoito nekeyai membaikab CFA kobun county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet chekarutochi timdab Meru Forest eng Meru County ole kamwa Kenya Forest Service CFA National Coordinator Jocelyn Ndambu kele tetutikab forest user rights koyonjini kotestai icheket ak tetutikwai eng timwek.
Hiyo mambo ya kusema msitu ikifungwa ikiwekwa ainanga anything to do with the community. Hata fence inasaidia community sana more than anyone else. Njoo chakula yao iko protected, conservation, kila kitu.
For a very long time there has been misconception whereby people have been cheated, there has been false information means that once you fence a forest area, then you block everybody else from accessing that forest, which is not true. We started from Bomet, we came to Nakuru, then Kericho, Kiambu, and now we are in Meru. And all the places that we have visited, we have seen that a forest fence actually is a positive thing.
Kamwa kibengeit noto bo KFS kole tindoi kamanutik chechang mising tetutiet noto bo keretab kerwet eng timtab Kaptagat cheboto kirindaetab kaimutikab human wildlife conflicts, kwetab aisurushek ak kamanutik alak cheterter.
So na ukiona mimea, sasa ukipita hapo ulikuwa unaona watu wanalima. Hakuna ndovu itakuja iharibu mimea, njoo kuna pahali ndovu inapitia na kuna pahali watu wanalima. So yote ni ya economy. Ukiangalia economy ya hapa, CFA wenyewe ni watu ambao wame-benefit sana na hii msitu, na hii fence ndio imewasaidia sana.
Use those gates as a management tool to make sure that they not only raise the revenue, issues about human wildlife conflict are resolved. Like here in Meru, we have seen a lot of elephants, and they are actually being blocked by the fence from accessing farmlands and even injuring and killing people. So a fence is a good thing, and everybody who is in this trip appreciate the importance of a fence.
Kangong Boniface Mulwan nebo kibengeit noto bo KFS kole kikosuldae kibengeit noto tetutiet noto bo kerwet eng timwek chechang chebo emoni ako kikoto kamanutik chechang.
So this is a good thing. We want every forest in Kenya to be fenced. We have seen fences in Chepalungu, we have seen fences in Menengai, Eburu, Londiani, and now here in Mount Kenya Forest. So the message is clear. The message from the patron is clear that once we fence our forests, then we stand to benefit, not only in conservation of the forest, but also communities will have money going into their pockets.
Kongete county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo KASS, kainenyu Andrew Kimito.
Kakobit kurset kobun MCA nebo warditab Soba Songo nemiten komostab Tinderet en county nebo Nandi, noto ko Raymond Cherule nebo ketoi kibagengeit nenaat ko Coffee Research Institute newendi kokoitoi konetutik koityi kabatik chekole kahawek en county nebo Nandi asikotoret en kanaptaetab kolsetab kahawa. Kamwa Cherule kole kotestai kwo barak kolsetab kahawek en county nebo Nandi ole nyolu konyor kanetisiet kabatik asikonai tuguk chebo komonut cheboto keswek chenyalu kokol icheket. Kinyoru report nebo Nelson Tarbey.
Kong'alali eng igorta agenge nebo kabatisietab kawek, komwa MCA nebo ward noto bo Soba Songo Raymond Chelule kole kosubkei ak netestai kwendi barak kabatisietab kawek eng county nebo Nandi, konyalu kero kele kakitoret kabatik konyor kanetisiet nenyalu eng kabatisionoto bo kawek.
Kiito kinine nosome eng area ina bo Chebonet. Ngot komi any public land nemi eunekab county, amoche keboisie kesetan up a Coffee Research Institute sikobit kopromoten ng'alekab kawek.
Kamwa ine kole wendi nito kotoreti kabatik konai keswek chenyalu koboto ortinwek chenyalu eng kabatisietab kawek asikobit konyor ichek kelchinoik chemite barak.
That Coffee Research Institute komuchi koik an extension nebo Kaimosi siko specialize ng'alekab kawek eng ano eng Nandi.
Kabit nito eng kasarta ne komosisi nebo kabatisiet eng serikalitab county nebo Nandi Dr. Kiplimo Lagat kole robei neun kursonoto bo ketoi komosta nekinete kabatikab kawek eng county nebo Nandi eng newendi nito kotoreti kabatisietab kawek.
Ngoro chito neteche nursery itebe ile ngoro receipt nebo ne nebo CRI ako ngoro barwet nebunu ofisit nebo waziri nebo agriculture. Amu makimeche ketangoe kokeny maisha nebo biik chok. Ikole kawek ra tun kenyisiek mut ilen ikese koek chemulbainik mako keswek mako makawek.
Kong'eteke county nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo KASS, kainenyu ko Nelson Tarbey.
Ak nyolu en sigik korikyi kokochi kotikonutik chenyolu lagokwak chewerik asikomuch koek biik chekitiengei ak missing komuch korib familia chekwak en betusiek chemiten tai. Nitok kosubkei ak siasainet nekamwa kole chang lagok chewerik che en nguni komanyoru konetutik komengechen. Ole notok ko age en tuguk cheipchin ichek kotemenen koteleljigei ak korib familia eng kasarta nekoekituk. Ngenyoru report nebo Cornelius Keter.
Kasom OCSI sikikoro kole karib ak korikyi lagokwak missing ko chewerik eng kasarta nekerotin sukulishek eng mwaet kole chang lagok chewerik chechutyin ateboshek chemanyolu ole kale chechang kobeti kasarta nekoi eng dukoshek.
Kimeche kesom chitugul korib lagokchik chitugul amu katkat emet, yotyoti emet, mi tugun kokas ole kirkiebe chi apkinem soromoik. Orib lagokwak mat kopal konaita lagokwak enep ketebe benchinik eng sandang besiobor. Amu kakomwa chito neng'om nekikwai research kumwa kole kalya benchinichu karokitit eng barabaroshek tugul akomi besiobor akotebe lagokwak. Matatokany koba lagok akot chi nekakoet, chi neng'om, chi neitinye ki neyoe, muren nebo kapchi nekisichin, neingen kole saptos sigikuk, achawe. Acha tereketab keterekse ku chepkiny eng besiobor eng benchinik chemakingen akot kele kiyoe ng'o benchinchu.
Kanerekyi arap Saina sigik chechang chetiti lagokwak che murenik kole kale chang murenik chemanyoru konetisiet nenyolu kobun sigikwak akomwa kole kikoib boisionik chechang kwonyik eng kapchi kit nekokoib tewernatet neo eng bororietab Kalenjin koboisie kwonyik kit nekimakomukoksei eng betusiek chekikobata.
Ak amune siketebe ng'ony murechu ne ae ng'o boisionik angokenap kele ako sigikwak anan ko chepyosokwak ko saisiek otepche ng'ony akooktoi karisiek kotuluchi karisiek akobore mogok tilong nemoete mwe ko kaami chepyosokwak ak ametwok mana chikoboto konwok komi kapchai tatyo aweke boamishe puch murechu tewernat kyo akakititiech biikab Nandi kakomwa biik kole kong'ete mlango koit Chebarbar ko benchinik chemi taban kwartam ak oeng. Kakomwa chito age kole benchinik chemite olesos ako Chebarbar koit Kapsabet kot kosirto kot koit Kamoba ko benchinik cheite 60. Mi biik cheimutmuti karisiek amanyolu kunotok kimakisikyin tukyotok.
Kotinygei ak tetutiet nebo empowerment nekitokyin kwonyik nokotesetai kandoikab bolotet eng kebeberwek chechang chebo emoni, komwa arap Saina kole manyolu ng'alalutikab kandoichotok missing ko chetokyingei ng'alalutikab chomyet eng mwaet kole nyolu kobor tekisto ak kondit kandoik kosubkei ak nemite biik chemengechen ak cheechen eng tuyosiechotok koboto familia ak kounotok komanyolu koburuch biik eng ng'alolutikwak.
Kikemwa kele akiba kikochi tugul empowerment. Kotko mbaget nemi emet nguno asa oli nyauli imuch sine komi oldaat kyoe koron nekile empowerment kikwonga anyun kele empowerment ni huyo mi ng'ala there could be more than meet the eye amu yuto mi ng'alek chesomisen chebwone politicians atenyo komwa ng'al kot komwa ng'alek cheburuchi biik chekonu tewernat chemwoe ng'alek chesomisen komi kwanwak yu ak tibikwak komi kametwak yu ak werikwak tatyo komwa ng'alek cheororen ng'alek chechoboen ng'alek chemunjororen chemoyome chi nesobe kokas akot ane buch ngakamamwoi akamakemwowoi machome itikyuk akas kokandegei ng'ony ako kasaskei kimeche ketwekyi biikchok kemwochi biikchok chotochok kikekure kandoik okas kutit nekaboisie kale kikekure ngotepche uyo meche kekure kandoik indochin ng'o bichu ole kotko kotiot emet kuni kotkobit ng'ala chemakororonen indochin ng'o bichu nome ng'otit ngotongen ng'otwek chikamwok beta kale cho ng'otwek chok ko oeng mi nekele rengatiat akomi kakikanet kobo murenik tukyoto bo long'et muren okas anyun ng'oliot age nekiamache ong'em ak kiolel makikoito sambut amatebu boisiekab bororiet sikenai kele chichi kaomwa ole kikochi sambut ko ng'o ata kenyisiek chik bo or ne bo kamng'o ako kikatepto ano sikoit kikochi sambut ko makito nekiurerene okaso bororioni makiurerene kiketong'u kotko kiatkinye kotokomi Nyachai kemoche kikochi sambut kilokchi sambut Nyachai bokomwo Nyachai kibokomwo.
Kong'ete taonitab Kapsabet eng county nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo KASS kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
Agen kebeberta nebo ureriosiek kokakonyor sponsorship kibagengeit nebo Football Kenya Federation noton telelchin ligitab mpiretab keldo nebo FKF Premier League kobun kampunit nebo SportPesa. Kakibarasta nito en igorta nekaindochi ofisayat neo en FKF Hussein Mohamed, ofisayat neo nebo SportPesa Captain Ronald Karauri ak ofisayat neindochin kampunit ab Azam TV en Kenya noton ko Ravi Kumar. En kanjindet nekoityi FKF ak SportPesa kowendi konyoru FKF rabinik cheite silingishek bilion 1.2 en kasarta nebo kenyisiek 10 chemiten tai, ole kimong'u kotoret noton missing kakimitetab mpiretab keldo en ligit noton bo FKF Premier League.
I think this has been so long overdue. I think if you study the history of SportPesa, we had a big rise. We had our big glory days, and then at some point, the plane crashed. And I think even after we revived the company and we got back into sports, a lot of people kept asking how come SportPesa is not back to where it was before. I think today we can really celebrate SportPesa coming back into sports and SportPesa supporting football the way it should have been from the beginning. So today we are announcing our partnership with the Premier League in Kenya, courtesy of FKF. I'm so happy that we have Azam as our broadcast sponsor, because for a long time we do not have our league broadcasted anywhere in Kenya. And as SportPesa, what we will make sure is to partner with even Azam so that we get our league all over into all the homes in Kenya, because that's how we'll grow our fan base, that's how we'll grow support for our local teams, and that's how football will grow in Kenya. So for today, I'm announcing a 10-year partnership between FKF and SportPesa as title sponsors of the Premier League in Kenya starting from next season. For the 10 years, the total amount will be 1.12 billion shillings, starting with 85 million shillings for the next season.
I'm so excited today to stand in front of you to announce the return of SportPesa, or to receive the sponsorship from SportPesa after 7-year hiatus. And I think it's been a long time coming. I'm sure majority of you are excited as I am in terms of what this sponsorship means, not only for KPL, but for football in totality. I think it's about time corporates saw the potential in our local football and invested in it. This gives the confidence now that football is back in Kenya. And I want to take this opportunity to really thank SportPesa and to thank Captain Karauri and his team for believing in us, for trusting that the new federation, the new office, is up to the task and that we will revive Kenyan football. This is so significant in so many ways. And to everybody out there, support companies that invest in local sports. Sometimes we underrate the impact of sports in our social fabric. It is so critical that we invest in our young people. It is so important that we build the ecosystem of football across the country. I think in the coming months and in the coming years, we'll be seeing more and more corporates joining us and opening up this particular space. We still need sponsorship for the NSL. We are talking to a few partners, and hopefully very soon, I'm hopeful that we will be able to make another announcement. We are looking at the Women Premier League, and the WNSL.
Chitab kolenjin choto kulekab emet chekaitun en koindo kobun ketesiet nebo KASS TV en tetutiet nebo longetab Kabotik nikosomanun kwane Victor Korir. Testai iker KASS TV amun kimnatet. Night.